to this class. It's a special class we're having today, and we are going to be treating past questions from JAM. It's my belief that after we finish treating these questions, when you come across them in your forthcoming examination, you should be able to get the right answer, to pick the correct answer. These questions are under lexis and structure, and they are in three parts. We have synonyms, we have antonyms, and we have general lexis and structural question. And you need to pay attention and get the right answer, get your writing notes, get your pen, paper, so you can jot down the correct answers to the questions. Without delay, let's go on to attempting some of the questions we have right here. Okay, JAM sample question, lexis and structure. You can see my screen. Thank you very much. Okay, the question says, choose the one that's nearly opposite in meaning from the options lettered A to Z. Opposite in meaning, as we discussed before, has to do with questions that are antithetical, all right? Antithetical in meaning. So here are the questions. Remember when we did words and opposites, right? Antonyms in English, I explained to you how to be able to figure out the meaning of a word, because you will not be allowed with a dictionary in the examination hall, okay? So the meaning of a word is oftentimes gotten from the structure, the way that word is used in the sentence, okay? Because words have several meanings, right? Words do have several meanings. So look at this question. That road, which used to be wide, now appears dash because of the new drainage. The word on the line is wide, and we are meant to pick the word that is opposite to the word wide as used in this expression, and it is the option C. Okay, the opposite of wide is narrow. When something is not wide, it's meant to be narrow. Question 2. In the past, any person who angered the gods was made to dash them. The word there is angered, and the right opposite of the word angered is appease. If you don't appease the gods, you anger them. Why did we choose appease? We choose appease because of the presence of this word gods. All right, so traditionally and culturally, you use the word appease for girls. All right, question 3. Rather than being sensitive to the plight of the workers, the manager remained dash. A, disdainful, B, curious, C, negligent, and D, indifferent. Your answer is D, indifferent. All right, the manager remained indifferent, less concerned, okay, to the problem of the workers. Number 4, a keen student makes progress, but the dash one hardly does well. A keen student makes progress, but the dash one hardly does well. Inactive, lowly, nervous, reluctant. The right answer is inactive. Okay, the inactive one. A keen student is the one that wants to make progress, right? Like the one that is curious, the one that is hardworking and all. But the inactive one will always not do well. Question 5. Unlike you, I thought the message was quite dash, not ambiguous. The word on the line there is ambiguous, okay? The opposite of the word ambiguous in this sentence is the word Well, good policies alleviate poverty, whereas bad ones dash it. Okay, look at the options: prolong, aggravate, activate, provoke. The word alleviates, the opposite for that word is aggravate. All right. Okay. Alleviate means to bring about solution. So if you're not bringing solution, you're increasing, you're worsening the situation. So the option B, aggravate, is the answer to the question alleviate. Let's move on to number 7. One expects books in a library to be dashed, not jumbled. So the word there is jumbled, right? And the opposite of the word jumbled is arranged, as used in this sentence, arranged. Number 8, despite everything, I choose to keep rather than dash the street, right? I choose to keep rather than dash the street. What do you choose to keep? The word keep there, you choose to reveal rather than dash the street. Number 9, taught the teachers, dash the idea, the principal was averse to it. Okay, the word there is averse, and the opposite of averse is admitted. All right, averse here is to disagree. All right, so the opposite is admitted, as used in this expression. Number 10, it's only natural to feel nervous when you first take the stage, but soon become dashed. The word there is nervous, and the opposite is balanced. So it will now read, it's only natural to feel nervous when you first take the stage, but you soon become balanced, right? No, you soon become composed, rather. You soon become composed. That's option D, which is your answer. That's all with that question or that part. Now look at this other section we are in. The instruction says, choose from the alternative option, which is correct, and can fill in the gaps in the expressions below, right? Question 11, they charge him dash murder of the police officer. These are adjectives, and these are prepositions, and we've done this before, right? And we've explained how prepositions work in English. So they charge him with murder of the police officer. The person is always charged with murder. So you have your option C as the answer. Question 12. The company supplied us dash fresh drugs. The company supplied us with fresh drugs. With fresh drugs. You need to understand some of these expressions are fixed expressions in English. They can't be changed. There are those expressions known as fixed. They are fixed. It's like idiomatic expression, all right, that you cannot change. It's like an adage, a maxim that you cannot change, right? That is how some of these expressions are. So their use is permanent, all right? They don't change. Number 13, Jima was accused of stealing the wire. A, off, B, for, C, with, D, on. Your answer should be A. Jima was accused of stealing the wire. Number 14. Question number 14 says, the judge forbade me dash going out of the court. A, of going, B, to go, C, from going, D, to have gone. Your answer should be C. The judge forbade me from going out of the court, right? Number 15, let's discuss it further. You always disagree dash me. A, of, B, from, C, with, and D, on. Your answer should be C. Let's discuss it further. You always disagree with me. Number 16, we have been in Adamawa just 6 months. A, since, B, 5, C, 4, D, in. Your answer should be A. We have been in Adamawa since 6 months, right? You may have this answer this way. We have been in Adamawa for 6 months, all right? And you have been in Adamawa since last week, all right? So you can see the way I rephrase it, since last week. For this expression, we have it as we have been in Adamawa for 6 months, specific, all right? Good. Number 17, you are entitled to a higher share of the profit, but not dash my expense, at my expense, on my expense, with my expense, from my expense. All the options are correct, but one is most correct, which is A, at my expense. There are other expressions you can use on my expense, but this particular one will give you at my expense. Hope you understand that. Number 18, you've hardly dash time left now. Sometime, no time, anytime, it's time. Your answer should be C. You have hardly any time left. The presence of these verb phrases determines the adjective, all right, or the determiner that should be here. That determiner is any, okay, which is also an adjective in a way. Number 19, although he tried hard, so the journalist couldn't get just to go to London. My father has left for London, which is B. 21, when I came, I saw nobody, right? I saw nobody, dash, on the queue, at the queue, in the queue, for the queue. Your answer is C, in the queue. That's the right answer, in the queue. People don't stand on the queue, they stand in the queue. 22, I demanded dash when the boy refused to do what I asked him to do. A, an explanation. B, for an explanation. C, explanation. And D, on the explanation. Your answer should be yes, C. You demanded explanation when the boy refused to do what you asked him to do. 23, my uncle requested dash from Japan when the old one got spoiled, right? A new car. B, for a new car. C, at a new car. D, to a new car. Your answer is A, a new car, right? 24, all the students were asked to dash their hands in the assembly. All the students were asked to dash their hand in the assembly. A, raise up the hand. B, raise high their hand. C, raise their hand. D, jack up their hand. Your answer is C, raise their hands in the assembly. You don't raise up hand, okay? 25, Kingsley said that his parents are going for dash. A, night vigil. B, tarry night. C, vigil. D, vigil to tarry night, right? Your answer is vigil. You don't have any English expressions such as vigil night or tarry night or night vigil, right? Your answer is vigil. 26, Mr. Shopmeter dash more goods when the ones in stock was exhausted. A, ordered. B, ordered for. C, ordered some more. D, the sum, right? Your answer should be A. Mr. Shopmeter ordered more goods when the ones in stock was exhausted. Remember, we've treated some of these when we're talking about the positions of prepositions and the way they function in sentences, that there are some words in English that don't accept prepositions in them, especially verbs. 27. As we arrived at the airport yesterday, I saw Dutch people who were stranded. A, too much more people. B, too many people. C, too much people. D, too many more people. Your answer is B, too many people. 28. The money was given to Dash of us. A few of us. B, few of us. C, just a few of us. And D, just us, just few. Your answer should be a few of us. It is different from few of us, all right? The money was given to a few of us, all right? Not as many as few of us, all right? Remember, I used numbers to explain this to you, okay? Where you have 40 students and you give 10 biros, leaving out 30. Did you give to few students or you gave to a few students? Where you gave 30 students biros and you left out 10. Did you give biros to few students or you gave it to a few students? That's where this question came from. All right, determiners, okay? Determiners and use that as adjectives in sentences, right? Number 29. That book is dash. A, Jacob's. B, Jacob's. C, Jacob's own. And D, Jacob's. This is possessive case now. All right. And your answer should be A, that book is Jacob's. Okay. You don't need to say it's Jacob's own because Jacob's determines own. All right. It shows possession. So don't pick options such as C. As you can see there, your answer should be A, is Jacob's. 30. Who saw the accused dash the purse from the company's handbag? A, take. B, took. C, taking. D, takes. Okay, your answer should be A. Who saw the accused take the purse from the company's handbag? Number 31. The students place dash finish essays over dash glad to be through with it. This is a case of pronoun, the placement of pronoun, okay? The students place their finished essays over there. They are glad to be through. So you have their, A, which is C. Then you have there. Also the option is C, and they are, right, in short form. You can see it here. Your answer is C. Let's move on. 32. We dash the cartons of milk, dash the marketers. All right. As I said before, these are fixed expressions, so you cannot change their order. We dash the cartons of milk, dash the marketers. A, shared with. B, distributed between. C, divided among. D, distributed among. Your answer is D. We distributed the cartons of milk among the marketers. 33. The boy's recent training has not been very effective. He is likely to dash to his old habits. A, revert. B, convert. C, reverse. D, revise. Your answer is A, revert to his old habits. Number 34. You students went on whispering in dash of the teacher. A, dishonor. B, disagreement. C, deviance. And D, disobedience. Your answer is C. Went on whispering in deviance of the teacher. All right? In this regard, even when the teacher has said that, you could say disobedience should be the answer of dishonor. No, this is a fixed expression, and the word deviance is the right option that fits in very well. 35. The dash of the participating countries will hold a pre-conference on the eve of the Congress. A, Auditor Generals B, auditors general, C, auditors generals, and D, auditor general. This is a case of possession as well and plurality. B is your answer, auditors general, all right? They are auditors, all right? And those auditors are general auditors to different companies coming from different organizations. So we use the first noun to determine the plurality. All right, auditor is a noun. General is also a noun. All right, or as an adjective, the way it functions here. You understand? Good. 36. Are you sure he prefers a horse ride dash a walk than to take a walk? B, to taking a walk. C, instead of taking a walk. And D, than a walk. Your answer should be B. Are you sure he prefers a horse ride to taking a walk? Whenever you use the word prefers, all right, the preposition that should come is to, and the verb that will follow it is a present continuous verb. That is the reason to taking a walk is your correct answer. 37. Dash to your request. We have decided to provide the necessary information. A, as regards. B, with regards. C, with regard. D, regarding. All right? All of these options are correct, but the one that is appropriate for this expression is C. With regards to your request, we have decided to provide the necessary information. With regards is a different statement you're making, and as regard is also a different statement you're making. Of course, many Nigerian speakers of English invented this, but with the proper English expression, we have with regard, right? You can say, you know, when you're greeting somebody and you say, my regards to your family, you see, my regards to your husband, and all of that, you add the S in it. Take note. 38. Ben dashed the edge of the cliff after his sandals failed to grip, fell down, fell off, fell away, fell from. Okay, the answer is fell off, which is B. Number 39. Our host insisted on dash what he called a little gift on me too. B, me accepting. C, my accepting. D, my acceptance. Your answer should be C. Our host insisted on my accepting what he called a little gift. Right? This is a case of the function of determiners. And this determiner, my, is an adjective as well. All right, but functioning differently, and it must accept a noun in the present continuous form, which is ing form, all right, or infinitive, right? Number 40. I know you think I'm talking nonsense, Adamu, but that you will realize that I was right at one time, on time, in time, at times. Your answer is C. In time, you will realize that I was right. 41. We were informed that Sarah will not accept the proposal. Dash A, and you neither. B, and neither you. C, neither do you. And D, neither will you. All right, neither will you. These are all the use of pronoun in sentence structures. 43. Wale Adenuga, in creating his characters, draws freely dash his experience in life. A, by experience in life. B, in his experience in life. C, on his experience in life. D, of his experience in life. Your answer is C. He draws freely on his experience in life. This is a case of phrasal verb usage, which sounds more like an idiomatic expression, right? Although she was born dash poor parentage, She was so versatile in dancing that she was born shoulder high dash Americans. A, by, stroke by. B, by, stroke off. C, off, stroke by. And D, off, stroke off. These are all cases of proper application of prepositions. So your answer should be, although she was born of poor parentage, all right, of poor parentage, which is C. She was so versatile in dancing that she was born shoulder high by Americans. So C is your answer to that question. Number 8. Number 44. If you don't want to dash your car to robbers, then don't travel at night, right? A, lose. B, lost. C, lose. And D, lost. Your answer is lose. This lose, option C, is different from this lose in option A, right? The lose in option A means to untie something, okay? Number 45. The driver will dash all the students interested in going to Abuja. A, lift. B, lift up. C, pick. And D, pick up. The right answer is pick up. Pick up is the right expression to use. The next one. What bothered me about the lecture was that the speaker dashed too many irrelevant words. A, slighted. B, cited. C, cited. And D, cited. This is a case of misappropriation of the correct word, which sounds alike. All right? The correct word sounds alike, but spelled differently. All right? Like homophone. So your answer is D. Cited, cited, take note, cited, not this cited, and not this cited, and not this slighted. I had not given the question a thought before my answer came. A, momentarily. B, in an instant. C, on the spur of the moment. D, just like that. Your answer is C, on the spur of the moment, which is the right expression to use, and it covers momentarily, in an instant, and just like that, which is a bad English in a way. The next one, dash are good friends. A, he and I. B, I and him. C, I and he, right? D, he and me. What's your answer? We've done this before. The placement of pronouns, right? And the way they function in sentences. He and I are good friends. He and I are good friends. The next one, this is a conversation, all right? This question says, this is Amaka talking. Do you mind if I sit down here? Amaka is asking a question. And this is Glory's reply. Well, yes, I do actually. A, Glory is reluctant in granting the request. B, Glory is willingly accepting the request. C, Glory is certainly rejecting the request. And D, Glory is objecting to the request. Your answer is C. Glory is certainly rejecting the request. This is a case of negative questions in English. All right? Sometimes these questions are confusing, but when you understand the rule governing them, you're able to get the correct answer. It's like someone said, do you care for a cup of water? If you say yes or no, which is likely the answer you may want to give, either you are accepting or rejecting, okay? Do you care for a cup of water? If you say yes, you want the water. If you say no, you don't want the water. Do you mind? All right, that is sometimes the question comes in that order. Do you mind? Would you mind if I do this or do that? All right, so take note that you don't run into problem choosing the correct answer to this type of question. Just note that the question is always negative and comes with that would or do. All right. The next one, kindly dash me your book because my friend has dashed mine. Kindly, A, borrow and borrowed. B, borrow and lent. C, lend and lent. And D, lend and borrowed. Kindly lend me your book. because my friend has lent mine, right? Kindly lend me your book because my friend has borrowed mine, which is your answer. D is your answer. D is your answer to this question. The next one, the wicked landlord dashed the woman out of the house. She had no option, dash, to leave. All right, the options A, B, C, D, E are all correct, but the most correct, the correct one your examiner wants you to pick is this E. Your answer is E. The wicked landlord ejected the woman out of the house. She had no option but to leave. The next one, I bought my dash today. Very green, expensive dress, green, very expensive, green, very party first dress, and first green party dress. Very first green party dress. All right. Your answer is C. First green party dress. Adjective placement. The next one, although he was not born in Ijeland, dash, he can speak the language, he can't speak the language, he can speak the language, but he can speak the language. Your answer is C. He can speak the language. The next one, dash you when I was calling. When I was calling you, you have A, when, where, B, where, C, where, and D, where, E, where, which is your answer. Where were you? E is your answer. The next one, the breast milk is dash, is green in dash, form, appearance, complexion, nature, color, of course. The next one, if the boy dies, his parents, doctor, or friends dash to blame. All right. This is a case of placement of verbs. All right. In a situation where you have a list of nouns. Remember, we say that the last noun in the list, you should find out, is it plural? If it's plural, it will accept the plural noun, the plural verb. If it's singular, it's going to accept the singular verb. So in this case, it's plural, all right? And so plural verb will go. If the boy dies, his parents, doctor, or friends are to blame. Take notes. Scientists all over the world have come to agree that flies are dash. Your answer is ubiquitous. Ubiquitous is your answer to the question, which is option B. The accident that occurred today was dash. Okay, your answer is terrible. B is your answer to the question. Her sisters came dash before the dance began. Her sister came earlier. C, earlier. C is your answer. And number 60, Mrs. Dabire should have gone for dash to avoid the death of our unborn child. She have gone for antenatal. Antenatal is your answer to the question. This says choose a word or group of words that is nearest in meaning, all right? Edet will have to face the consequences of his action. The answer is results of his action. You will incur your father's wrath if you do that, right? You will incur your father's anger. Anger is the next word, is closer to the word wrath. The devastation caused by the earthquake was shocking. Devaluation, dilapidation, discretion, trepidation, destruction, all right? Destruction. The preacher warned the congregation against worrying unduly about mundane things. Mundane things means worldly. The next word you can replace with mundane is worldly. I have implicit confidence in Abbas' ability to win the race. Implicit here means absolute. Absolute. So your answer is B. The points he made are germane. Your answer here is relevant. Relevant, which is E. His father's death derailed his plans to enter the university. Ruined. Option D is your answer. Adamu inadvertently shot his friend dead. Okay? He accidentally is your answer. The students made scathing remarks about the vice chancellor. They made a critical remark. Critical is your answer to that question. She spurned the advances of a boss, right? She rejected, which is option C. That's your answer. So this is where we come to the end of today's class. And I need you to go through this again as you have written down your answers, practice them again and again, because you'll see this question in your examination. Thank you very much. As we end this class, I will see you again next week.